I got you back.
Ah, you're back.
Ah, that was weird.
Was that a Be Live thing?
That was a Be Live thing.
Because all of a sudden we were talking, or either that or you weren't excited about what I was saying. It's one of the two things. I'm not sure.
It's definitely one of the two things.
Not very nice.
That is just, that is the luck of coming back off of a holiday. So let's try this again. Share your desktop screen. So where is my done is the new perfect, but took me a long time. So for 2019, creating a small little sales funnel with the goal of running $100,000 through it.
I was getting echo and I realized I had it open on, so I was watching it live and then running it.
That will give you an echo.
At the same time. Aha. Yes, that.
So what were your thoughts?
On this?
Yeah.
I thought the funnel itself is awesome. I like the way it says. I think I think it's really good. I think it's only, I've done a lot of thinking in our time off looking at our funnels and this funnel and all these other funnels and that's why I asked you yesterday, I understand the 12 steps, the fundamentals that you want to have in there in the right order and all that kind of stuff for creating a high converting funnel. That all makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've gone back and, to try to, check off that list, right? Check off everything in there to make sure they're all there. But it's, whether it be this one or ours or the stuff we built or even looking at some others, it seems like there's a real delay in explaining exactly what you get. And what was funny is late yesterday afternoon, I had a call with a client who they had a tremendous sales weekend. They sold over $100,000 worth of stuff. And then had about $45,000 worth of cancellations.
Wait, say that again?
They sold about $100,000 worth of stuff.
Okay.
Followed by about $45,000 in cancellations. And so the alert went off. What happened? And when you're not there, there's only a few things that can happen. One is it was, as opposed to presented properly, they were coerced into making the purchase, which you would hope nobody does that. But I mean, that doesn't, but let's just say it was a good quality presentation. The only reason that cancellations would typically happen, the basic reason that they would typically happen is because they don't understand what they're getting. In other words, they've exchanged their money, a significant amount of money, and then they come home and then the conversation starts with, what the heck did we get for that? And so there's not enough reinforcement of the exchange of value, if that makes sense. Okay. And so what I've noticed about, and so this is one of the things that I did with our funnels, is I put some things above the fold. Now, don't know, they're still kind of like testing, but it's like, in other words, bring what they're going to get up to make sure they understand what they're going to get, and then reiterate, then break it back down, then tell them what they're going to get again. It just is it's an interesting thing because, like I said, I got a call from a client yesterday that went, we're freaking out. What did we do? And I said, well, I wasn't there, but the only thing that the thing that makes logical sense to me, if you had that level of return, is nobody locked in the sale. Meaning they didn't really get people leaving feeling great about what they received. Right?
Okay.
Makes sense? So again, I think even in this, and it's funny because we've talked about how valuable the BGN Insider is on this, right?
Yeah.
So yes. So what do you get for your registration fee for this? Well, you get a full day workshop. That's true. You get to be with us as we train live. You get to ask questions. You get to, get a little one-on-one time. You get, some of the other. And I understand that a lot of people don't necessarily say those things because they don't want to be locked into exactly what does one-on-one time mean? How much you get, that kind of thing. But my point is that if you can, in essence, you get your own little private mastermind. That time that you're physically with somebody, in essence, is a mastermind. Yeah, actually, that's 198 is the value.
Oh, 198.
Yeah. Okay. But see, and I think that's a great ad. That's my point, right? Is there's not enough. Here's what you get. Here's what you get. Here's what you get. Here's what you save. Here's what you save. Here's what you save. The value of, there's not enough value reinforcement, I think is the word. Does that make sense? Is what I've noticed going through a number of these things. So yes, the being at the live event might be $295, but for that you get a 1-year membership to the Business Growth Network Insider, which is $199 value. You get 1 full year of the Travel Club membership for 2 people, which is $198 if you're to purchase it individually. You get whatever else, bonuses or value there is, and then you get a full day with your mentors. So I think that there's so much. I think the attention spans are so short today. I
have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, the attention span of people reading pages, looking at stuff, it's kind of like, how much does this cost? What do I get? What do I get? What does it cost? I was talking with another friend yesterday who's been in the insurance business for like 100 years. And he said, it's really funny, and I would have never dreamed this, but the way you have to sell insurance today is so dramatically different from when we started years ago.
Did you used to sell insurance?
Yeah, way back when. That's actually how I started when I was 18 years old.
So many people start off that way.
Well, the reason that I sold was I was trying to learn how to speak to people face to face.
That's one way to learn.
Face-to-face communication ability. So now I was going to come out with not only a degree, but I was going to come out with experience of of how to actually present and how to communicate and how to handle objections and how to do that on a face-to-face level. So then when I interviewed, that was a big advantage to me. And so I came out with 7 job offers when most people had none, because I actually knew how to talk to people. Novel concept. That's what it really comes down to. So it occurred to me, and the way that I do a lot of presentation is conversational. And so I've been reading our own pages, the pages and stuff that we've been building. And I realized that while some of it is conversational, not all of it is. And people want to know people have no problem spending money. They have a problem spending money if they don't know what they're spending it for.
Yes.
And again, I think part of that is that's why I was asking about the high converting landing pages yesterday. Because
and you're like, we were talking about that, the idea of a high converting landing page, and I was explaining a lot of that has nothing to do with a visual appearance. In fact, an ugly landing page can perform better. It's about your offer and how you drive traffic.
That again, our conversation yesterday got me thinking about this for today, which is why I'm saying what I'm saying. After thinking about it yesterday afternoon, last night, and this morning, all of a sudden it occurred to me that maybe the offer, and maybe not necessarily on this page, but on our travel pages, wasn't high enough. The the what I get kind of thing.
So I moved that part to the top. Trying to make it a nice little bullet point.
Anyway, that page is awesome. I mean, in reviewing the page and everything, it was amazing.
Wholesale pricing for all your stupid.
That's the
what
other part.
Day would be a good day to start?
To do the.
We were talking about.
We were talking about doing it.
About January 12th was too soon.
Well, January 12th is too soon, just because we haven't been able to get out there with it. I'm thinking
26th of January, too soon? Or do you want to go ahead and shoot for February 2nd? Groundhog Day.
Well, I can't do February 2nd because how about February 9th? That gives us 4 weeks.
I'll just move this little thing on my calendar. Can I just move it? Boom. Nope, that's the second. Wrong day.
No, you can. Yeah, you can actually. In the countdown calendar, you change the date, and it changes everything.
I like how you don't even have to know the day. It like pops it up for you so you don't mess it up.
Yeah.
Oh, look at a new feature they added. There you go. And the way I programmed this timer is that when the countdown, like, because it's a for real timer, right? That it automatically takes you away from the page and takes you to like, time's up.
Cool.
Down. Alrighty, and then let's change this over here because I went ahead and added this. February 9th. And so I tried to make this so we have to change very little from event to event. That is all that needs to be changed each time.
Well, that's what I like about it too. I mean, I really like, so this morning, early this morning, in a conversation I had the other day, I talked to somebody and they said, well, I'd love to help you sell your travel savings passports. I said, okay, well, I'll produce a site for you, you know. And so he said, well, how long will that take? I said, a good 6 seconds. And he said, what? And so basically I cloned the page, changed the URL, said, here you go. I was like, well, that was really awesome. Right?
Yeah.
So that's what I love about Kyvio and what we're doing with this is being able to go in there and make these modifications, even if it's a word here or there or a thought process or whatever. It's like when I the other day was talking about the travel savings passports to somebody, and I said, well, the annual membership is like your Costco membership. You are joining a wholesale club, and the travel savings passports are like a day pass to Costco. I mean, you can get a day pass that now allows you wholesale pricing for the extension of that pass. I said, so all of a sudden, just in a conversation, I've thought of a new way of describing our product. So I went back and kind of put that tweak on the page.
That's it. I like that metaphor. Having a good metaphor for your products is awesome.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what, you know, this sometimes, you know, people ask about when you're building these funnels and you're doing this, do you ever have it? Again, let's go back to the done is the new perfect, right? It's really funny now that I think about it. It's the exact same way you write a book, and most people don't understand how you write a book. The way you write a book is do a brain dump, set it aside. Do a brain dump, set it aside.
Like a brain dump of notes or a brain dump of writing or?
Well, basically one of the best ways to do it, and this is a little oversimplification, but it's really not, it's ultimately not, is create an outline of the book. You know, are you going to have 9 chapters? What are your chapter titles? You know, so you got 9 bullets. Then ask yourself 3 questions about each of those bullets. Have 3 more bullets. Now write to those. In other words, if it says, you know, what does it mean to, or what did you think about coming through a near-death experience? I thought about this. Now, the chances of it coming out of your head eloquently, in the right order, perfectly, whatever, is nothing. I mean, it never happens. But what you got to do is you've got to clear your head of all those words and put them off to the side, and then ask yourself the same questions. And what happens is new things will show up. So I think it's very similar in building these pages. The chances that you're going to build the perfect page up front is pretty negligible. But the chances that you build a solid page and then can set it aside for a day or 2 and then come back to it and go, oh, this little, or I just thought of this metaphor, or, right?
Yep.
All of a sudden in fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a little video on that metaphor.
Okay.
And
Short
not a
and sweet,
long,
like
not a
under
long
60
one.
seconds?
What's that?
Short and sweet and under 60 seconds?
Yeah, just to, and then actually actually transcribe it and put that underneath the video as well. So if they don't watch the video, then at least they get the words, they get the concept. Because I think it's a pretty accurate and powerful concept, right?
Yeah.
Makes it pretty easy. And I think that's one of the things that what we have is, in that particular product is so exceptional that sometimes I think people go, it's too good. And it's not too good. It just is. It just is what it is, And so you've got to kind of make it easier for them to understand in their thought process, their frame. If that all makes sense.
It does. Emotional.
See, I really like where this is going now. I really think we can do one of these once a month.
Work out your product's foundational sales elements to start selling to customers on a deeper level.
I'm putting it on the calendar now.
What is Sean's big talk that he gives that changes business owners' mindset, or what he does, his mental profits? I tried looking for great sales clips on his pages, and there were none to be found.
Yeah. No, and again, we've both not done it through digital platform, more through conversation. It's really understanding the addiction to approval and how that affects you in your business mindset. How to understand your addiction to approval, how to bust through it, and how to turn that into a greater mindset for better business. Yeah, I like that. Ditch the addiction to approval. Learn how to easily Yep. That's good.
Sometimes I get it right. I feel like I'm being super quiet, but I'm over here thinking.
No, I know, and that's kind of why I got quiet too, because I don't want to. I know what it's like when I'm thinking and somebody's talking in my ear. So I'm trying not to do that either. But I mean, I think this is powerful. It's the one thing I noticed about this page. It's the one thing I've been noticing about a lot of pages lately. Is, there's just there's not enough what's in it for me for the person reading the page.
Oh, as far as bullet points, strategize a system for consistent growth. Get these often overlooked but important basics in play for your business to put your sales activities on consistent turbo. Build a foundation for your sales success. People love to buy, but not from a cheesy used car salesperson. Discover your product's foundational sales elements to start selling to customers on a deeper level. Ditch the addiction for approval. Learn how to easily break through your biggest roadblock to success, your own addiction to approval, with 3 easy steps. Don't miss out on profits because you are afraid of another person's reaction again. February only, bonus number 1, yearly kickoff personal accountability with Warfare Marketing to double your business in 2019. Keep score and measure real results with monthly 15-minute calls. Monthly 15 one-on-one. Let's do that. Pay wholesale pricing. Bonus number 2, pay wholesale pricing for all your business and personal hotels and car rentals with 1-year travel club membership. And bonus number 3, join a community of like-minded business owners to get your questions answered with the access to online training, swipe files, templates, worksheets to save time, get leads, and close sales. Get 1-year membership.
So I would go with, on the second bonus, and this is actually what I've gone to in that statement, is experience wholesale, experience luxury travel at wholesale pricing for all your business and personal hotels, resorts, cruises, hotels.
Experience luxury travel at wholesale pricing for all your business and personal hotels,
travel, resorts, cruises,
and car rentals.
Car rentals and local attractions, local activities. One-year travel club membership for 2. Yep.
I like that better.
Well, it's kind of the tagline that I've, again, over the last few weeks or days or whatever, experience luxury travel at wholesale pricing. I think it gives a whole different connotation than we've been talking about. I'm just always playing with conversations when I'm talking to people about stuff.
I believe that. Alrighty then, though. I think we've got it then.
Love it.
Design-wise, I'm a big fan. I'm not going to lie.
No, I think I like that clock. I want to go to that timer on our pages. I like that timer better.
I like how this block breaks the image up.
Yeah.
That took me a while. That's where I was spending a lot of probably unnecessary time.
It was all absolutely necessary.
Well, this is the way I looked at this one. I plan on doing this one and running this one all year.
Right.
And for that, I wanted it to be really good because I wanted this to be kind of foundational where we maybe add to it, but we don't really change it.
No, exactly. Well, the other thing I think we can do is, this is the 1-day version. We can create a 2-day version, if with additional speakers and additional topics, should we choose to, right? I mean, I think we can do those kind of additions in there.
And you know what? Because February only. lifetime access.
Nice. I like that.
Let me change that up there.
To lifetime?
Yeah.
No, February only is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Get lifetime access. What would I say for a value for that? Jeez.
Well, I mean, if it's $200 a year, take it times 20 years, $4,000, $39.97. I mean, it's worth more than that, right? $49.97, 25 years at $200.
Probably more that, because I offer so much personal value in the group when people ask questions.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, and I mean, I know that is there a way of saying in the end of those bullets somewhere what the total value of this is?
You can.
I think, believe it or not, it gets down to, don't make me work for figuring this out. Tell me.
Right. So let me copy here. Oops. Selecting the wrong one. So this one, I run that workshop typically for $295. No, what did I do it for? Yeah, $295 on its own, or $297.
Put all the three components at $297 each, right? If we were to do a sales workshop, it'd be $297. You know, we look at our scheduling page on U+1, and an hour consult is $297. You know, they're going to get an hour plus of presentation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's easily justifiable.
All right, and then you're going to make me get out my calculator.
No, I'll do it. I got it.
Oh, you
Don't
got
worry.
it? All right.
I got it.
I'll format it.
Let me just do this in my head here. I got to do some gazintas.
Don't do it in your head.
I'm not doing it in my head. Are you kidding me?
Okay, I was like, please don't do it in your head.
What's that supposed to mean?
Not that I don't trust you.
297 times 3. What else we got there? 198. What else?
297 times 3.
Yeah.
198.
Yeah.
1997. 49.97.
$8,083. It's a hell of a deal.
No. Should I mark out the price like I did the other ones? So like that?
No, the total workshop, the total workshop value, no. The value, you
So
don't want to
like
mark out what the value is. The value is that available for only. No, I wouldn't, because the value is, in fact, I wouldn't cross out those values in the statements. Why would you cross out your value?
Okay.
Because it's a $297 value. You're not paying $297 for it. You're just stating the value of each of them. So I wouldn't cross those out. I think that's actually a good question. Good thought.
I've seen it. Well, usually when I see it done, I will say that I usually see where they show the value normal. And then, because if you're doing it on a video, you show the value and then you strike it through.
Correct. In other words, the value is $297. You're not going to pay that. The value is $49.97. You're not going to pay that. Total workshop value is $8,000. Available for only $295 or $297. Right?
Yep. Let's save and take a look. Grabbed a couple of your.
Saw that.
Wow.
Good old yak.
Hello to Brenda. What'd you call him?
Yak. Jack.
Yak?
No, see, I think that makes a whole lot more. You understand, because I think everybody's throwing all this stuff at people and da-da-da-da-da-da, and it's like, well, what's this worth? There's so much free information these days, right?
Yeah, I wasn't sure about it, but I do like the bullet points on top now.
You're not sure about it? How? What do you mean?
No, I was not sure about it before, but I like it better now that I see it.
Yeah, I think that's the point is you almost got to come with that stuff first, right? And then go from there.
Here's the mobile view. Nicely stacked.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that one different? I gotta fix that one. Nicely stacked.
Actually, just made me think of something.
What did you think of?
Oh, just again, some of the stuff we've been doing with our products. How do we include them into other people's? So, as an example, it's just funny that call I was on yesterday. After I left, there were 2 more calls, and it became, hey, I really like your travel product and what you want to do with it to help us. Can you be on a webinar with me Thursday night that we can give away 5 for people just showing up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's funny how all of a sudden people are getting it. You get it as a tool, right?
Right.
So that's why I kept on thinking about the.
Kept on thinking about the what?
Well, I kept on thinking about the order of things on the landing pages and stuff like that.
And now it's fine.
That's this page or our page?
This page, like it was doing something weird.
Yeah.
And then it just fixed itself. Thanks to the back button. Don't even know what I did.
Oh, I forget about the back button. Dang it.
You know, now that the bullets are longer, I might be able to add another testimonial.
Well, you will be able to.
I was trying to pull some from Sean, but his weren't as specific. I'll work on it. I know he's got good testimonials. What is that line? Do I care about that? Do I care about it enough to fix it? Do I like it or no?
That's funny.
You know what I mean.
Sort of. I mean, yes, I do.
Yeah, for some reason when you have no bottom padding, it's giving me a little white line. If I put it down just one, it takes it away. So I like how this doesn't have a break. That's your final call to action. So just save it. Save it and be done with it. So, Mr. Sales Guy.
Yes.
So, I mean, this is where the internet marketing stops and sales starts. You have a sales page.
Right.
You have a thank you page. You have an email sequence. You have a workshop. You have a location. You have trainers. You have everything in place. What's the best way to sell it?
Well, I think you use all the digital platforms you possibly can get it out. But I think the other thing is you know, talk to a couple of your raving fans and say, hey, would you share this? Or, you know, here's what we're going to do. Who do you know that this might be of value to? I think, you know, part of it is until you have a following, there's a little bit of ground and pound. There's you know, you can, it's interesting because one of my coaching clients, they've got a really huge vision. And so the reason they retain me as their coach is because I have a really huge vision. And so I can understand their really huge vision. Okay.
Okay.
But we were in a situation where we were in the beginning, you've got to win people over one at a time. It would be awesome to just say that you can win people over masses at the time. I have not found that to be accurate, you know. And so you leverage relationships and you take it until you create a base and you grow the base and you do all those kinds of things. And but anyway, they had some things or lacked some things that I said, you can't go in there and say that you're going to do this, 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 and this, and then you don't have, it wasn't even about having a website. There wasn't even a landing page. Have a page that said, we're so freaking visionary, we don't have time to work on this freaking digital asset. You know what I'm saying? Because unfortunately, you're evaluated by that these days, right?
Yep.
And I said, which actually I was working for you at this point. I was saying, I know the perfect person to build this if this isn't ready. And what was interesting in the conversation was, well, we have somebody who does that, but they're so busy in their business, they're not doing it. I said, well, then if they can't, the point is, if they can't do it, then you need to outsource it. Well, but we have somebody with the expertise. It doesn't matter if you have somebody with the expertise if they don't have time to use the expertise.
Right. If you're spent, you're spent.
And so you can't wait on the asset. You can't get things so totally out of sequence. I'm all for, you don't have to have the prettiest site. You don't have to have the best logo. You don't have to have the what. But you probably have to have a logo. Not, I mean, you don't have to have the best logo, but you probably have to have something that says, at least I've thought of this. You know what I'm saying? So with this, now that we have this page and we have the date, now, you know, we start posting it locally. We start using it in conversations. We add, you know, we add it where we can add it. We ask people to share it. If we're going to do some type of affiliate thing like we talked yesterday, then we call a handful of influencers and say, hey, by the way, you know, we've got an affiliate program and this is what we're going to, you know, and so we'd love for you to help, you know, blah, blah, blah. Right?
Yep. I like that idea too. I'm trying to think of who else you could send it to as an affiliate.
Oh, I've got ideas around, especially around town here, that we can send this to. But again, part of what we want to do is the chances of people flying in for a one-day event, not very great. Once we build this into a two-day event, then it gets into something different, right? So this is kind of a local.
That's true. 2 days is definitely different.
Well, the cost of travel. If I'm going to travel, I need to. There's got to be a significant amount of content there, right?
Right.
So, I would hold off. I mean, it's not that I wouldn't send this to people in other markets. I would. I'd send this everywhere I can send it. Because I think at the very least, it starts to brand the Business Growth Network and what we're trying to do to create faculty. And it then gives us the ability to run webinars off it in other markets, you know, for other markets and da-da-da-da-da. Right?
Yep. So this is obviously... don't really do affiliates.
So are we going to do this within Kyvio's affiliate?
Yep, they have affiliates. I don't really leverage it on Business Growth Network, obviously, as you can see. View affiliate area, payout affiliates. Manage affiliates. What am I looking for here?
Don't we have to have a registration link or something?
So here is, I'm going to send this to you before I forget. Facebook. There you are.
Because then that page needs to get set in.
So here's the affiliate sign up. They, right. I've already actually set this up as, I mean, it looks pretty. So you can, if you already have an account there, and if you don't, you click this button and you sign up and apply. So that part's easy and done. Feedback, what I'm looking for is, here, commissions, here we go. Commission plan. General. Let's see if we can edit this. Oh, this is, okay. This is for our general, when I did the summit, the vision challenge, and we might work on this, but this is generally for an item I'm actually not seeing here. Oh, here it goes. So the interesting thing that Samcart did not offer that Kyvio does is a second tier affiliate. So like I know that you're much more familiar with like MLM and different types of sales structures. This
Right.
actually allows you, so like let's say you sign up with the affiliate plan.
Yeah.
In this particular case, you would get 33% of the amount from the monthly price of $17.
Right.
If you turned around and signed up Dave Roberts, let's say, as an affiliate under you,
Right.
you would make 17% of his sale in addition to any sales that you made on your own. So every time he got 33%, you'd get 17.
That's awesome.
I was thinking so.
No, I mean, I'll do a video on, what do you mean put the correct website content? Well, let me put my website in. What's the correct format?
What?
It's not letting me put my website in. Yeah, it's saying my web. What's the correct website format for my website?
www.website.com.
That's what I thought. Doesn't like it. Fine, I'm going to put in a different one then. Like I don't have enough. Not taking that either.
All right, so I have a $95 commission now for that item if it's used. Let me edit this one.
It says there was a problem.
What did it not like?
I don't know. I'm going to go in and find out. Let me see if it entered it. It doesn't seem to recognize me, so we'll go back in and we'll start again.
What is it not liking?
Website format.
It doesn't like your website format?
Yeah, whether it was www or
maybe it's wanting HTTP.
Well, but I tried all that.
All right, let me just go to settings, and you know what? Just take it out. It's not worth it being an issue. I'll add company though. Maybe try again, reset it, and do it.
Okie dokie.
Let me know how that one worked out.
Incorrect email or password. That's funny. I love when you put your own stuff in and then it tells you you're wrong.
That's always fun.
Why does it ask for the company twice?
Did it ask for it twice now?
Yeah.
All right, let me go back in here. Formatter, first name, last name, email, password, PayPal, company. That's probably on me then. Because I absolutely had it in there twice.
Well, I gave it to you twice. Except.
It might mess up because now I've saved it as something.
So do you, yes, no, maybe.
Is it using it?
No.
Well, I know I changed it while you were doing it.
Okay, so why don't we do this? Why don't you and I do a Zoom live right after this? Why don't, as opposed to everybody watching us working and setting up our affiliate.
Right.
Let's
So
you and I,
let's do that.
let's finalize our live for today, which with a beautiful page, and we'll get that out to everybody shortly. Because
Well, it looks like
page.
Saeed mentioned he had the same issue.
Right.
And the only
so that's why
I'm inclined not to make it a big deal right now since Kyvio 2.0 is coming out, but I'm not sure they did much with the affiliate, so I'll go ahead and point it out anyway. Because that's a silly thing to lose an affiliate on because you're going to send them in circles, right, over a website error.
Right.
No.
So let's close this one down, and then I'll send you a Zoom invite, and let's handle this and get her going, because time to start promoting.
It is. And so for those who, let's see if I can leave it to a page to like freeze on me. If you'd like us to build yours, if I can get this off of here, there we go. Just go head over to doublefunnel.tv and submit your information, and we'll get it passed over, and it'll give you step-by-step instructions. And the new format starting next week that we're going to go with is we're going to spend 5 days with one person. So instead of trying to build a tiny piece of a funnel for one person, I'd rather do 5 days dedicated to one person instead of 5 separate people, so that we can take the time to do a full strategy on Monday, get them some lead generation page going, get them a sales page going, get their email going, and get their sales going on Friday. And that way it's hyper specific to one person, that we can help an individual more deep. I think that will be very cool moving forward. What are your thoughts on that?
I agree. It'll be, yeah. I think taking something and showing somebody that in less than a week they can be up in action and really strong and powerful. I think that that'll be great.
Are you still trying to mess with that?
A little bit. But I'll.
Yeah, there's the website. We're totally distracted. This is what happens when you come off a break. We had a lot of breaks out yesterday at the meeting. We'll pick up some of them, and I don't know. What is that? 48 funnels a year for free? I figure you take out holidays.
Yep.
Not shabby. All right. Well, I'll see you guys later. Thanks, Scott, for joining, and we'll jump over to Zoom and fix that one issue.
Sounds great. See ya.
Bye, guys.